So basically I'm going to be showing you how to make literally the best turkey ever. Obviously it's going to be fattening. You know, it's once a year, so it's going to be very, very fattening. But this is the turkey that I got. I got 2 turkeys. One's 20 pounds and one's 19 pounds. The reason for 2 turkeys is, one, my family loves my turkeys, so I have to make enough for everybody. And I put one in the crock pot, and then the second turkey I roast in the oven. They're basically both going to be cooked in an oven because this is like an oven. It just keeps the turkey more juicy. And then I put the other one in the oven because it's just more toasty. And we basically want a tender one, and then we want one like this. So that's why I make 2 turkeys, to have enough and to have 2 different textures and flavors. I put the same thing on all of my turkeys. Basically what I use are simple ingredients, but they go a long way. So lots of garlic, pineapple juice, and I'm going to use 4 cans. I use 2 cans for each turkey. I season it with beef bouillon. I add orange juice to it, a little bit of 100% peach fruit juice. So it's a lot of sweet juices I'm putting in there, but believe me, it just goes perfect with the turkey. I add red wine vinegar. It's garlic flavored red wine vinegar. That's very, very strong, but on the turkey it's good. It's the only time I use it. And then I always drizzle it with some type of oil. I'll be using extra virgin olive oil. And then I boil 4 jalapenos. I'll be using two on each turkey. This is just to make it a little spicy. So I make it sweet and spicy, the turkey. So now that my turkey has thawed, I'm gonna, cut it open and start just preparing it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also use lots of butter on my turkey. So, where's my butter? Right here. This is the butter that I'll be using. I use a lot of butter. Again, we want a, juicy, tender turkey, so that's the reason for all these juices and butter. So now that our turkey is thawed, it usually, depending on how big it is, mine was ready in 1 day. I took it out last night, so basically 2 days. So 48 hours for a 20-pound turkey was enough to thaw this turkey. So now it's soft and ready to just get cut open and ready. So now I'm just going to wash my turkey very, very good. Wash it very good. Anything that looks weird, remove it because that's a little scary. It's good to clean it with salt because salt is basically bleach in the meat world. So we're gonna clean it very good. He's a big little turkey. Look at him. Look at his little wings and legs. What a little baby. Look at him. I'm so sorry that my family likes eating you. It's fun to cook turkeys. I love cooking turkey. I love making Thanksgiving food, but I always get sad for all the little turkeys. Like, I really do get sad. But it is what it is. I'm gonna season it first. So I'm gonna season it with the beef bouillon and then just lots of black pepper and just everywhere. And then I'll move on to the next stuff. So it's a big turkey, so we're going to do a good generous amount of black pepper, and then we're just going to rub it. We're going to rub it all over the turkey. You can add herbs and whatever it is you want to add to the turkey. Obviously, it's your turkey. But I focus on the juice more than the herbs. But I'm sure adding more herbs would be even more amazing. But this is how I make it and everybody loves it. Make sure you go inside. That's where I put the butter inside and the seasoning outside, just so it evens out. It's not too much salt. So I'm just gonna flip over the turkey and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now that we seasoned both sides of our turkey with whatever seasoning, salt, herbs, whatever it is you want to season it with. I use black pepper and beef bouillon. So now that that's seasoned, we're gonna go over it with lots of butter. And on the salt, you want to put a good amount of salt, but just not too much, because remember, your butter has salt unless you're using unsalted butter. I'm basically just gonna rub it everywhere, and then I'm gonna put it inside the skin. Since I focus the outside with the salt and then the inside with just lots of salted butter. And I'm gonna put the camera down because I can't do this. But I'm just gonna go inside all the pockets of butter. So now that it's full of butter inside the skin, I'm just gonna drizzle some olive oil. I just love drizzling olive oil on food. It gives it a great texture. In the oven, it prevents the butter from burning. So I'm gonna start with the pineapple juice. So I already went and opened it with the can opener. I just gotta get this flipped over, and then I'm gonna start injecting. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I doubt it. Basically, we're just gonna pull it up. Okay, you can't with one hand. So now that we injected our delicious blood, or I don't know what it's called, I'm not a phlebotomist or whatever they're called. So now you just start injecting it everywhere. Your turkey is gonna start to get puffy. So I'm gonna start injecting with the pineapple first, then I'm gonna add just a few of orange and peach, just to mix, you know, the sweetness. And then I'll add the vinegar, and then I'll just start stuffing it with veggies. So I threw half of the can of peach juice in here and some orange juice. So about that much is gonna go into that turkey, maybe less. I'm gonna flip it over now, and I'm gonna inject the other side as well with the rest of this orange and peach juice. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Basically, I'm just throwing in like a lot of garlic cloves. Maybe 10 garlic cloves for each turkey. Sounds like a lot of garlic, but it's not. It's a big turkey. So I just threw them all right there, and then some fell around. Don't really matter. It's gonna absorb all of that garlic flavor because it's covered. So you can just throw them all on the bottom, or however you want to do it. So I did about 10 garlic cloves. Just gonna pour red wine vinegar all over this turkey. Just a little bit, not too much. It is strong. And now all we need to do is stuff it. I just stuff it with onion and jalapenos, and that's pretty much it. You can have some carrots in there as well. I'll probably add a carrot or two. So I just cut one whole onion in fourths, and then I'm gonna stuff it with 5 carrots. There we go. So stuffed it with some onion and pineapple. So I put one jalapeno on one leg and the other one over here. So the legs are gonna be spicy. So So now I'm just gonna cover it and cook it. So, since I'm gonna cook it overnight, I'm gonna have it on very, very low. So I have it between the 150 and the 200. If it's too low, I'll just move it. I'm gonna leave it here for now. And then I'll just be moving it around if I need to. But I'm gonna leave it in the slow cooker for about 8 to 10 hours. So that's why I want it very low. But you can always just change it depending how long you will be cooking this for. So, yep. Easy peasy. This is what the turkey looks like. It's ready to be eaten. And then my second turkey are baking in the oven. It's been baking about like 2-3 hours. But this took about 8-9 hours to cook. It was ready at 6:30 in the morning, and I put it in at 8 at night. So yeah, do the math. This is what it looks like. Super juicy and delicious. This is the second turkey. Oh, I'm so full. The first turkey is like gone. Everybody ate this one. There's like bones and a leg.